Yo, what's up, everybody? That's Quinn.
That's Quinn.
And I'm Bert, and you're watching Fused on Demand. Get that when you want that.
Pharmacist was, I was in a band in the 90s called Chisel. And I think we were a really good band. At a certain point, I think we all kind of agreed that we had a really bad name, you know? And we were just joking around one day, like, what would be a really good band name? And Pharmacist came up, and I was like, someday we're gonna have a band called The Pharmacists. I actually started playing alone, but I was touring as Deadly and the Pharmacists, even though I was playing alone with like backing tapes. This is kind of like the ideal band name that I don't actually have. And then other friends of mine sort of stopped being in other bands that they were in, and we were able to get together and play, and that became The Pharmacists. The unfortunate circumstances of the last two labels that we've worked with are really indicative of the larger context in which independent bands are faced with. I liken it to remembering when I first found out that like some of my songs were up on Napster. Yeah, it was during a period of time when I was so thrilled that anybody cared enough to throw my stuff up on the web that I was like, yeah, And I think, when you're operating at that level, you're not even thinking about things in the larger context of the economy and really running a business. So these kinds of labels like Lookout and Touch and Go are really, really feeling the pinch. And unfortunately, they've both had to close down temporarily, hopefully, operations of pressing new records. They're both continuing to operate as catalog labels, but for the time being, we may need to find someone else to put out our records. And as far as who or what that's going to be, I am actually not at any position to say right now, but we'll see. There have been contracts and handshake deals. The contracts at the level that we work at are generally really, kind of good things that just protect the band more than anything else, It's the kind of thing where it's almost like a fun novelty, like, hey, a contract. Yeah, sure, that sounds great, but it's essentially a handshake deal as well. I don't think I'm addicted to Twitter. I think I use it very responsibly. Honestly, like, this may really sound ridiculous, but coming out of the world of basement shows and zines and et cetera, not really having that kind of the fourth wall between you and your audience, like when the internet happened, and yes, I've been playing music since before the internet happened. I kind of just saw that as another way to keep the conversation going with the people who come to see your shows. So I enjoy blogging, and people write me about stuff that I write about, and we keep it going. And Twitter, I really see as almost like a more fun, like less pressure extension of that even. There are people who I think dismiss it as like, oh, why do I want to know that this dude just had a sandwich or a cup of coffee or whatever? I'm sure there are probably people that use it for just that, but I think of it like microblogging. It's just like, if you have a thought, put it out there and people can choose to respond to it or not, and it's just kind of fun, So, 140 characters, and in all honesty, I feel like I've been kind of neglecting my traditional blog, because of that. So, but, hopefully I'll find a balance at some point. We have a lot of new stuff written and ready to go. We actually started recording a new record last year that we didn't finish, and when that deadline hurdle, when we missed that, it actually was kind of good, I think, because it took a lot of the pressure to like crank something out really quick off, and I've been writing new songs that I think are actually better, so we'll have a lot of stuff. We do have enough to go for a record, and hopefully we'll have it recorded by the end of the summer.